Welcome to our 9th leg. We're going to be going from Algeria to Malta today. So let's stick some battery power on. And what we're going to do, so we're going to standby power, arm the emergency lights, we'll turn on like that, and we'll open the air stair, and we'll select ground power, and we can just set up the rest of this. So we'll just turn on the window heats to pitot heats, probe heats I should say. Today we're going to be flying at flight level something, give me a minute, 370. Okay, let me just check something quickly. There we go. Right. Okay. We can align our IRS. Right. And we'll just set up our cruising altitude now. So 370. Like that. I don't think there's any ATC from looking at vPilot. No, there's not. Okay. So right now, this is where we stand at the moment. It might have burnt the GPU. This is the scenery we got today. Let's just get a quick screenshot whilst we are. Why not? There we go. Screenshot done. And we'll set in our position. So today we are at Delta Alpha Alpha Golf. Don't know what gate, so we'll just have to take the GPS position. And then I forgot something. One thing I forgot to do, but I'll do that in a minute. We can set the IRS2 nav. Yes, it's not realistic times but for that, but I can't really be bothered to wait. I'm hungry. So today the fuel is, why is it in pounds? I don't know. Let me convert it to pounds in a second. I'm gonna have to convert this to pounds now. Right, so it's going to be 14,700. 14,700. And payload today, we never have cargo because I can't be bothered to add it in SimBrief. And we're going to have, how many passengers? 140. Fair enough. So 140 passengers and 0 in first class. And now we can get started with setting up the aircraft. So we're going to be going to Malta today. Okay, so we can set the co-route. Because again, I'm too lazy to actually type that in. What runway are we going from today? We are going from 27. Why did I not know that? I probably should have known that. And our call sign is Infinite 0137. Activate that, execute, and we're going to be departing runway 27 with the SID of BJA1 Bravo. Yep, and I'll just set our arrival now because it's probably not going to be ATC. We've got ILS 13, and our trans would be, I think it's gonna. So, few discontinuities. We can set them on the way if it's not 100%. So our cost today is going to be 46. No wait, it's not. It's not 46. It's going to be 80. That was the other flight. Reserves are going to be 1. Cruising at 370. Okay, so now we've got to find our cruise winds. So top of climb. Where is that? top of climb, cruise winds 184 at 52. 184.52. Transition altitude. Something weird. Let me look at Navigraph. Alright, so Delta Alpha Alpha Golf, and transition altitude is 3940. We'll just go 4,000. Actually, no, we can go 3940. Never mind. 3940 is our transition altitude today. Our N1 limit, we'll do a derated takeoff. And flaps 5, we don't have much people on board. There we go. Like that. So weird departure, but okay. The QNH today, I'm just going to use press B. There we go. Whatever it is, 1008. Okay. Should have real world weather because active sky is open. Yeah. Okay. And I think that's it. We're ready to go. Yeah. So we'll set RTO. Our V2 speed is 141. Auto throttles armed. Flight directors are on, and our 271 is the runway heading. 271. 271. And 271. Right, so now we can close our doors and the air stair. There we go. They're closing. You can probably hear them. I'm not sure. We will tell the passengers to now sit down. Yep, we can turn on the packs whilst we let them breathe for a bit. Okay, and we're ready for pushback, I believe. Yep, I think we're ready for a pushback. Let me just start the flight on project flight. Like that. And anything else we've forgotten? Don't think there is. We should be all good to go. Yep, all good to go. Right. So we'll request, well, we'll set parking brake and then we'll request pushback and departure. We go departure without pushback because we're actually just going to be going forward. So in actual case, we can start the APU. We can set TCAS to TA only, and we'll go 2200 as our squawk today. I'll set this to yeah, I'll set that like that, and I'll set this one to slightly smaller. Okay. Just waiting for the APU to start. APU off gen. Okay, so now what we can do is we can remove ground connections and we can set parking brake like that. And we'll now start our engines because ground crew should be never mind. We'll just start engines anyway, because why not? We'll stick that like that. Right. And we need to turn off the packs. And fuel cut off to idle. Okay. And we'll just wait for that to flip back, and we'll start engine number 1. Okay, and now starting engine number 1. Engine cut off to idle. I'll increase the... oh, you can... oh, never mind. Never mind about that. Okay. Alright. We're going to go flaps 5 departure, so I'll stick the flaps out now. Okay, and now we can request... well, okay, fine, we have to go forward a bit, I guess. So now we can go to power from the engines, and we can turn on the fuel pumps. We can turn off the APU, turn on the taxi light, turn off APU bleed, and close the isolation valve, turn the packs on. And we set to Gen 1, and we are ready for departure. Let me just turn these lights a little bit. Do we need these other lights? I mean, no harm in hanging them on. No harm in having them on at all. Right, and now we can go forward. I don't know why they are there. I think it's just GSX being weird, to be honest. What? I removed them, but they're still there. I'm just gonna have to ignore these. It doesn't seem to be working properly. In fact, we'll... yeah, something's up with it. I don't know what's wrong with the GSX today. It's being a bit weird. We'll probably find our own way to the runway as well. Shouldn't be too difficult. I mean, can we not just cut through here? Might be able to. Right. I probably need to keep on this view, otherwise I'm not able to see. Take this here, and I believe this takes us to the runway. So that was a pretty straightforward taxi, and this is going to be a very quick departure. which is always good. So we'll set to TARA. We're entering the runway, so we'll turn on the lights. Why can't I turn them all on? Right, turn off lights on. Like so. We're a bit off, but that's fine. PMDG for some reason likes to show TA only, even though I've set it to TARA. I don't know why, but it's fine. Okay. 40% N1. Stable. Toga. Eight knots. V1, rotates. I can rotate. Rotate. There we go. Positive rate, gear up. Look at all this, looks pretty decent. Okay. And flaps 2. Flaps 1. And flaps 0. Okay, so we have to be at or above 7. No, above 7. That's fine. Yeah, at or above 7,000 feet. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. We can manage that perfectly well. Transition altitude is already happened, so it's to standard. So it seems like our flight plan then messed up again, so let's just make that turn by ourselves without autopilot. The scenery looks pretty good. I like the reflection, the shadows on the clouds on the ground. It's pretty cool. Okay, we'll set the gear to down to off position. Everything looks okay. I guess we turn that up a little bit, or we turn it down a little bit, or just leave it on its own, I guess. Don't know what that means. We'll make a little bit of a sharper turn. Get back on track. Yeah, this is pretty nice. Nice departure out of Algeria. Okay. Yeah, we're at or above 7,000 feet. We won't do any steeper. There's not really much need to. There is the airport. We just took off from the runway 27. Okay, and we can reduce our rate of climb to gain a bit of speed. Since we are now above 10,000 feet, landing lights off, and seatbelt signs can go off. And we will turn on LNAV and VNAV in a second. Let's just line up back on. Actually, no, we'll just turn them on now. LNAV and VNAV can speed up as well. And now we're climbing to our cruising altitude of flight level 370. Which is a bit high, but it's fine. So now we're just going to wait until we reach our cruising altitude. Whoever's watching, let me know, is this smooth or was it showing laggy for you? I'm not too sure, to be honest. I wouldn't know. Can't see it. It's good scenery, it's nice clouds. I'm getting good FPS. Again, so I don't know how that's showing on the stream, but I set my specs to my settings in OBS. I set to 1080p 30 FPS, just because I have limited my P3D settings to 30 FPS. And what that means is it gives OBS a bit of extra space to render everything, and it makes it a bit smoother stream. And I mean, I don't mind 30 FPS in listening; it's actually pretty good. So on top of that, with scenery and clouds and active sky, and the weather from that, and all that kind of stuff, it's pretty good. So I can play some music. YouTube, probably. I'm not sure. I've been putting them all on YouTube at the moment because but I'm planning to actually change that, so I put only like the departures or only the arrivals on there, just to make it slightly more interesting for whoever watches it on there. But we'll see. We'll see what people want or what I be bothered to do. Either way, it's not, anyway. Yeah. We lost everyone who's watching. I don't know. Hello. Yes, sorry, I was on the phone. How you doing, Agent Ninja Streams? How is everybody doing today? I was just saying how I configured the stream in OBS to only to 30 FPS because I limited my sim to 30 FPS, so otherwise it's kind of pointless to do 60. And that gives my PC a little bit of space to render a bit smoother in OBS. So I mean, it's not using 100% of anything, it's using about 80% CPU, 80% graphics card. It's pretty decent. Yeah. So we are estimated to arrive in 1 hour. Yeah, well, yeah, in about an hour. So I guess that gives a bit of time to for me to eat, do a few things, which is all good. Good. I don't know what the weather is going to be like in Malta. I've never landed in Malta. So that should be interesting. Yeah. Yeah, tiny city. Where are you from? I'm from the UK. Oh, Australia. So very different time zone. Very different time zone. But to be fair, when I stream, I usually stream. Sometimes I stream late at night. Sometimes I stream in the morning. Sometimes I stream around this time. So yeah, I generally stream these just when I can. So it really depends. I don't really have a schedule for it. We're on the 9th leg out of 93. So that is, it's going to be a long. Yeah, it's not going to be too long. I reckon we can do it before January. Probably finish it off, hopefully. So yeah. I'll add some music into the stream. Let's add this to my library. And I'll add some music in so you guys don't get bored. I mean, I don't blame you. It's just a screen of an aircraft, but it's fine. Okay, play or shuffle. Play, and we'll mix it in. Yes, so we'll be probably descending in about maybe, I'm not sure actually, probably in about half an hour, 40 minutes. So yeah. I'll find out when we're descending once we reach cruising altitude. Yes, don't forget, if you want to see more of these, if you want to see the rest of the legs that I gotta do, so the 84 legs, then don't forget to leave a follow and you'll get notified whenever I do the next stream. Usually I don't stream that much different content. Most of it's going to be P3D. It has been so far, so you know. Maybe a little bit of GTA sometimes or something, I'm not sure, but definitely P3D. Definitely going to do this series. Okay, so we have reached cruising altitude, I believe. I'm just going to pause the music for a second, and I'm going to just check. Yep, so we've reached cruising altitude. I'm just going to check the arrival charts, so I know first of all what runway we're going to be landing at. I believe it was ILS 13. We need to be at an altitude of 3,000 feet to catch the ILS, so we'll set the altitude to 3,000, just in case I'm not here when we start descending. It will start descending for us down to 3,000 feet. Yeah, so I'll set it like that. Shouldn't be too much of an issue, and we'll play the music again. There we go. Let's just mix that in. There we go. So we have 20 minutes until, 40 minutes until top of descent. So I will be back approximately in around then. Probably add a timer. Let me add a timer for you guys. So 30 minutes I'll add, just so I'm here when we start to descend. There we go. And I will see you then. Thank you very much, Philly J. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what that is, but what is this? Twitch Prime loot gifting. But whatever it is, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Ah, right, now I understand what they are. Okay, cool, thank you very much. Alright, so the top of descent is in about 25 minutes. I'm going to go and eat, and then I will be back for the descent, so I will see you then. Thank you. Thank you very much for the follow, Regis231. Welcome to the stream. We are descending in about approximately 8 minutes. So yeah, I'll see you at top of the set. Alright, so not too long till top of descent now. I know it says 2 minutes 50, but it's probably a bit less, and it's probably a bit more than that. But we'll see when the altitude counter goes down slightly. We will see. Yes. Oh, really? I'm not using X-Plane. I'm using P3D. X-Plane also kills my frames as well. It's really weird. I'm just waiting for Vulkan to come out on X-Plane, because then hopefully that will increase performance on AMD. So I got a Ryzen 2600X and a AMD RX 590 for my GPU. Yeah. Have you got AMD as well, I'm assuming? Yeah. Okay, so we've got 80 nautical miles until top descent, actually, so yeah, got a little bit of time yet. I'll just change it to top of descent soon, I guess. So I'll add another 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm also waiting for that. That's going to be really interesting. I'm not sure if it's going to actually be a simulator or if it's going to be a game, because the fact it's coming out on an Xbox, which again I don't hate. I have an Xbox, I would probably play it on there too, but I hope if it's like that, it's going to have like maybe an arcadey kind of thing on the Xbox, and then a full-on simulator for PC. I don't really too mind about the performance-wise. If it gives like maybe 30 FPS, I'm happy with that. So we shall just have to see. Because I heard it's going to be like £100 or something, and I'm not sure where you're from, but so that's what I'm just saying, pounds in currency. But I'd still be willing to pay that. That's not an issue, to be honest. Because I watched their someone's video. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Flight Deck to Sim, and because he went on that whatever you call it, the conference thing they did, and so they gave a lot of information about that then, but I don't think they ever featured any IFR aircraft. Yeah, it's pretty expensive, but I don't think they featured any IFR aircraft because they weren't ready. But I think from the latest, I haven't looked at the latest information, but I think they featured an A320. But they haven't done an A320. No, they haven't done a 737 yet, which is what I prefer to fly, because I don't think it's ready yet. Which is fair enough. If it's not ready, then they don't necessarily have to show it. But if you didn't know, this is a around the world tour. There are 93 legs. We were on the 9th leg, so yeah, just imagine how long it's going to take. Yeah, what do you prefer to fly? Do you like VFR? I mean, I guess that might be why you're playing X-Plane, flying X-Plane instead of a P3D, but I'm not sure. What do you like to fly? Thank you, Liam DKM, for the 88 for the follow. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Yeah, Airbus is pretty good, but yeah, I do just prefer the I just prefer the 737 as well. Okay, so it shouldn't be too long until descent now. I'm also eating at the same time, so sorry if I'm not always talking. I'm pretty hungry today. So we still have a little bit of time left. Probably another 5 minutes. We'll probably stick another 3 in there. And then we should be good to go. Yeah. So with Airbus, I like the what I do like about Airbus is what was I going to say? The aesthetics of the Aerosoft Airbus anyway is slightly nicer than the PMDG, and that's just probably because I do like the PMDG. Don't get me wrong. It's just the textures on them. They're obviously, you're never going to get anything close to real life in the sim, in that sense. But I just like the Aerosoft Airbus for its textures, but that's kind of it. I do prefer Boeing, and the Zibo versus the PMDG, PMDG all the way. It's just, for me, it performs a bit nicer. I'm not talking about necessarily more realistic, because I'd rather enjoy flying something and have good performance rather than where I fly X-plane I only get like 20 FPS, and that's not really what I want. Whereas in P3D with the PMDG 737-8, I get like 35-40 FPS, but I lock it down to 30, and that allows me room for my stream to so it's all nice and smooth. Because I know a few people who fly the FS Labs, and they said they prefer it over the Aerosoft. And I'm like, yeah, but I wouldn't pay that extra. What was it, like extra £80 on top of the? I wouldn't pay that extra £80 just to have a slightly more realistic plane. Yeah, PMDG is on point. It's just the the windows, they're slightly too big, I think, and they're in a slightly wrong position. But then again, I don't really care much about that. I'm looking forward to the NG3. I'm not sure when that's releasing actually. Let's look it up. NG3. They started. I imagine if they make a Max as well, that would be pretty cool. Okay, so PMDG actually made a forum for their NG3. So they said they're closer to commencing beta testing, and that was a few months ago. We'll see, I guess. We'll see what happens with that. Okay, so I'm going to turn off the music now, and I'm going to go back to what do you call it? Go back to core. What am I talking about? I'll go back to P3D now, and we'll go to the cockpit because we are about to descend in 10 nautical miles. I can't really see anywhere else. But that's fine. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we'll set up for the approach now, just because we can. So 109.70 for the frequency. Hang on a second. There we go, 109.70. We can go this way, it's probably quicker. 109.70. 109.70. Yep, let's descend. Don't worry, we'll descend. We'll let it automatically descend. Okay, so the cruise, no, the course is 132. So we'll set the course 132. Course 132 here as well. and then that should go from yellow to... Okay, never mind. Is that... I believe that's correct. 109.70. 109.70, 132, 132. We will land with flaps 30 today, 137 knots, and we are now descending. Yep, we're now descending. Okay, and we'll just change our... It's all the way in the opposite direction, that's not a good thing. Okay. So we'll brief ourselves on the approach today. We'll have a look at the plan. So we'll go 2.5 nautical miles for our step that we're going to be looking at. So we're going to go to Golf Zulu Oscar, and then to, I'll just say them, Gouda. It's a very weird approach, but I will take it. And then that's the runway. Alright, cool. So end of descent is there. That's... Oh, is that... Not sure. Regis 231. What are you talking about? What is it that you like? So we'll decel here and decel here. Those two green dots. I will actually change the speed to a little bit slower and descend a little bit faster, if that's possible, with a bit of speed brakes action going on. Oh, the approach. Alright. Yeah, it's not a bad approach. You will see some turning and stuff. Actually, we can speed up a little bit, it's fine. We'll do a little bit quicker. Okay. I should probably get some water with me for whenever I stream, because my mouth, my throat, it hurts sometimes. Don't know why. You're gonna hear that a lot, by the way. Don't know why. So be prepared for that. Thank you for the follow. The last cluse. I'm gonna say it in a French accent. The lastre cluse. Is that French? I don't even know. Thank you for the follow. Hope you're enjoying the stream today. We've finally, yes, we've hit 25 followers. Nice. 25 to go before January. Very, very nice. There's not much to see at the moment. It is basically just DC, because we're going to be landing on Malta, which is it's an island. So we'll set auto brake. What is the okay, 3,355 meters. We can set auto brake 1. That will be fine. We'll set the legs there, and yeah, we should be a decent fuel. We should have a decent amount of fuel left when we land, which is always good. We plan to reach there in about 20 minutes. We plan to have landed. We'll turn on the seatbelt signs now, and I don't think there's anything else to do right now. No, there is not. I don't understand what this is. Well, it says zone temp. Let's figure out if we can see. Do I turn it on? Off? I don't know. If anyone knows what this is, the zone temp meaning, then you have to let me know. Auto. I'll just stick it to auto. I mean, I guess auto is what it should be. Yeah. Okay, well, I know what this is, but I don't know what this is, so you know, let's find out whilst we're descending. What is zone temp? So 737 zone temp. Let's all learn together, huh? Okay, so first thing is the packs set to auto instead of on. Yes, they are. So that's not it. Right. Let's have a look. Wait, what? Master caution? I will allow that. I don't know why it. There you go. I don't know what it is. Apparently it happens during hot weather. To be fair, it is pretty hot in Africa, and we're flying from Africa to Malta, which is near Africa, so I guess it's correct. Right. Okay, so we'll probably have to... there's not any warnings. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at Navigraph. I'm just going to have a look at the transition altitude, which is 5,000 feet. So we will set 5,000 feet in the FMC, I don't know. Yeah, anyway, so 5,000 feet is set. Another thing, let me just speed brakes out before we probably go N1 speed here. Let it do its own speed. VNav. We'll let VNav do its thing. I think maybe if we... What is it? So we're looking there. We can probably eliminate it by making it colder. Because if you look at the forward cabin... Oh! So they're supposed to be... Why is the forward cabin so hot? I don't know, let's make this just under 20 degrees. I mean, if you make it any hotter, it's probably not necessarily going to be a good thing. So yeah, we'll keep it like that. That's not too cold. I mean, we are in a hot aircraft anyway. So speed brakes extended because we're trying to reduce speed. We are passing. No, well, we're about to pass 10,000 feet. We need to be at or below. Yeah, we need to be at or below 250 knots. So yeah, we'll set the VOR so we can see here when we get into range of the Alice. And yeah, we are pretty much sorted. Is that Malta? I honestly would not know. One single bit probably is. And I'm going to take a bite of my food again. So sorry, give me a sec. There we go, 250 knots. And when we pass 10,000 feet, I'll turn the landing lights on. Is that, oh, we're still there? Yeah, it is. I'll stick it back to auto. I wouldn't know what the issue is. Let's have a little bit more of a look. think if we turn the isolation valve off, nope, I'll just leave it as it was. It shouldn't be too much of an issue. It's not going to give us any problems with the flight. I should probably figure out what that is though before I do the next one, because these are hot countries they're going to be flying to. Oh look, I thought that was just an Airbus thing. The PMDG, the 737 is calling me a retard. Very, very nice. Okay, let's have a look. So we have the speed brakes up. We don't need the speed brakes up anymore, so we can just close them like that. There we go. And we'll just say now, because we're passing 10,000 feet, landing lights on, seatbelt signs on, but they're already on. Yeah. There we go. So that's probably Malta. Or is that Malta? That's probably Malta actually. The cloud looks weird. Don't usually look that bad, but I don't know. I guess. Yeah. Okay then. So we're gonna, oh, I see what's gonna happen now. So we're gonna take a left turn over there, and then we're gonna land like that. Yeah, looks alright. Yes. Okay. So I've got Orbeck scenery, but I've set my textures to medium. Now I don't know if that. Sorry. I don't know if that's gonna. It's probably why it looks slightly blurry, but it looks okay when we get close to it. Still looks fairly realistic. Still. One thing about X-Plane is it has good default scenery, whereas P3D you have to buy loads of add-ons and stuff just for it to look good, which is fine, I guess. It's not an issue. Okay, so if we look in the here, so 3,000 or above at this next waypoint. No, at this waypoint here, so at Nidox. No, okay, never mind. Right, so we are going to be slightly above. I'm going to take control of the vertical speed. I'm going to send it a little bit faster. I'm going to decrease speed. Put out speed brakes. We'll go to 215 because it does not look like we are going to make that properly. In fact, we can actually descend slightly quicker and we'll slow down the speed because we are actually going to be on final in a minute. So you want to catch the ILS properly. You want to be fully configured. Okay, so when we catch the glide slope here, we will just decrease the rate of descent slightly, just so we stay on the glide slope, and that means what will happen is we can then start losing some of the speed, and we'll still be in range of the glide slope when we make our right turn. It's a bit weird, but oh well. So what I'll do is I'll just decrease the rate, and that means we should start losing speed a little bit faster. Okay, so right, we'll make our right turn now. Right. I'm not flying for an airline, I'm flying for my virtual airline. So this is my virtual airline, it's called Infinite Airways. And me and a friend own it, and we have about 50 or so pilots who actually fly with us. So we just do it for a bit of fun, and that's what I'm going to be doing the around the world with this aircraft here, the 737-800 for my virtual airline. So usually I do fly real world a fair amount of the time, but for this I'm going to be flying my one because, to be fair, no airline does around the world. Thank you, Arongo7, for the follow. How are you doing today as well, by the way? Yeah. So it looks like we're going to be landing over there. We will start getting configured for the ILS. That means flaps 1. That should decrease our speed. I already have speed brakes out, so we should start slowing down pretty soon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do heading select, and I'm going to no, we want to turn this way. I'm just going to give us a little bit more time to catch the just to get back onto this track. Oh, nice, a puppy! Congratulations. What have you called it? Lando. Does that stand for anything? I'm pretty sure if you watch Good Mythical Morning, I think one of their sons is called Lando or something like that. I'm not sure. I think, from what I remember. Okay, hang on. We'll just take our left turn here and we'll get back onto the... Oh, Lando Norris, Formula 1 driver. Oh, wow. Okay. I mean... why not, eh? Why not? Okay, we can retract the speed brakes, and yeah, this looks decent. I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. There we go. Right. Looks okay. It is an island, I don't expect it to have amazing scenery. And we're going to make our left turn here as well. I don't understand what this is showing. Usually it just shows the frequency, so it's a bit weird. Hang on, I'll turn on LNAV and I'll turn on approach. And we should then be trying to catch the localizer. And once we've caught the localizer, because we'll probably catch that first, then we'll catch the glide slope. And we'll go flaps 2. Like so. As you can see them retracting. Oh, yep. And then once we reach here, we will catch the glide slopes. No, the localizer. So we're going to be landing there. You probably won't see it amazingly well until we get close. Yeah. And now we're going on. We're going onto the localizer. There we go. As I imagined. And then we will catch the glide slope later on. I'm gonna go with how long is this final? It's a 15 mile final. When we get to here, we will fully configure, hopefully. So we're going to be landing at this runway here, 13. So flaps 5. And flaps 10. Oh, we'll do that view when the gear comes out. Okay, so we are about to catch the glide slope. We'll stick the gear out when we reach the in about 5 nautical miles probably, because we are exactly 10 nautical miles from the runway now. I don't believe we've forgotten anything. Let's hope not, because it's a bit late now. We'll go flaps 15, and then we'll have 2 more sets of flaps to put out, and we'll put the gear out. So I forgot about that. Gear coming out like so. Camera shaking because it's behind the engine. There we go. Gear is out and locked. We will go with flaps 25, and we're going to be landing speed today is going to be 136. So 136 plus 5 is 141, because approach speed is your landing speed plus your VOF speed plus 5 knots. We'll do manual landing today. We'll turn off the autopilot soon. But let's get this fully configured first. And flaps 30. And there we go. We are fully configured for the approach. And now let's set the, oh, I forgot to set the minimums. What are the minimums? What are the minimums? The minimums are 200. So it's just one more. Fair enough. Okay. Right. Let's not mess up this landing. Haha, thank you. Let's hope so, huh? Let's hope so. I just need to do something. Right. There we go. I am back. And we will now try and land. So we have a headwind coming from a slight. What direction would this be? Coming from a slight westerly direction, I think, or southern direction, something like that. So we will now slow down to 136, and we are on the glide slope. Definitely slightly steep than I thought it would be, but most places are 3 degrees. This looks like about 4 or 5 actually. And the 737 isn't good at keeping its speed. It's not good at having slow descent rates. It's very good at climb, but it's not amazing when it comes to that. So we'll have to. We should have to figure that out. So 1,000 feet. Missed approach altitude is set, I think. What is the missed approach altitude? Yep, 2,000. Stable. Speed brakes. Speed brakes. Speed brakes are armed. Thank you for that. We're going a little bit too fast, but that should not be a problem. Autopilot is off. Auto thrust is off. We're a bit low actually. Oh, it's not going to get terrain. We're a bit low, but that's fine. The stupid ILS messes up there. 100. Okay. Oh, oh, that was a hard landing. That was a hard landing. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, reverse thrust. That was a bit hard. I'm not looking forward to seeing that landing rate. Not looking forward to that at all. Okay. Right, let's taxi over to the. Let's taxi off the runway. What was the landing rate, guys? Again, that's probably not going to be very good. Okay, let's retract all the flaps as well. And there we go. Speed brake. Oh, it didn't show it. Oh, okay. I would have thought it showed on the -75. Really? No. Surely not. Surely. That was a hard landing. -460. Yeah, I thought so. That is my hardest landing I have done yet, actually. That is the hardest landing I have ever done yet. Wow. Okay, that wasn't the best landing I've ever done, so forgive me for that. Where are we going to go for? We'll head over to. We'll see. We'll see where we go. Welcome to Malta, everybody. It's decent scenery. I mean, for what it is, it's a little bit expensive, but I guess that's what you get with P3D. Right, and we'll go this way, and we'll take one of these. So there's no jetways, from what I can see. We'll just take this. On to number 2. And let's see how well we can park this thing. It's probably a bit too much to the left, but that is fine. There's no ground crew, so we can't really see what that is. So parking brake set. We'll turn on. We'll connect the ground power. So set wheel chocks, ground power, and pitot tubes can go on as well. Ground power available. Ignore the landing lights; they totally were off. Yeah. So ground power is now on, so we can turn off the engines. The difference between IVAO and VATSIM. Yeah, IVAO I've never actually flown on. When I was introduced to flight simming, I was introduced to VATSIM, and yeah, the new codec is pretty good, but I believe IVAO is getting slightly a bit old and behind the times now. But I'm honestly would not be too sure. But in my opinion, the way, because I use VATSIM, that's what I use. That's what I'm flying on right now. It's pretty good. I don't see how IVAO could now beat VATSIM over what's happened over the update with the new codec. It's really, really good. So yeah, I mean, yeah. I wouldn't know what else to say, to be honest. Okay, so packs can stay on actually. Isolation valve we can open. That's it. We are now. Oh yes, and we'll set the off like that. But we have ground power, which is all good. So yeah. Thank you for watching the stream today. I hope you enjoyed it. Catch me next time when we parked a bit too short, but it's fine. Yeah, catch me next time when we'll hopefully have a slightly better landing. I think the ILS, what happened was it actually pushed it. It was way too low, I think, but it's fine. We'll just pretend that we'll pretend this was a Ryanair landing. How about that? If you didn't realise, by the way, just so you know, we have we have for the ground power. One, yes, it's burnt. Ignore that. And two, it has infinite hours on it, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. But yeah. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, yeah, come catch us on the next flight, and I will see you later. So goodbye.